On this episode of Classic 42, I'm going to be talking about the 1976 period comedy Harry and Walter Go to New York. This movie was, of course, released 42 years ago today. It starred James Caan, Michael Caine, Diane Keaton, amongst others. This was my first time watching this movie, like most of the movies in this series, really. And I have to say overall that I enjoyed the movie. There's really not much to say. I don't think there was that much to this movie. It honestly wasn't that memorable or anything. I don't think this is like a cult classic or anything. The movie was a little, the movie was a little slow, in my opinion, for the first half. I feel like it wasn't until the second half, really, when it started getting, more interesting and a little bit more funny. The stuff with the stuff towards the end there I thought was more funny, the bank robbery and the play and everything, but it's just a problem that I think the problem that I'm facing is that the film's just not that memorable, honestly, in my opinion. Because I watched it yesterday to prepare for this review today, and like when I'm watching it, I'm thinking about stuff like, oh, that was pretty funny. I'll mention that, or mention that I liked that, and I just, those tiny things like that have just slipped my mind. Really, like I don't recall any lines that I really enjoyed too much or thought were particularly funny. I just remember there were parts and bits, specific scenes that I did find somewhat funny, and I think it's just aged, probably is all it is. I don't know if people back then thought it was anything special. Comedy is very subjective, and especially when you add 42 years of time, it can get even more. But yeah, it wasn't that bad. I guess it was well put together, I suppose, well made. It wasn't a bad film. Yeah, Michael Caine was good in it. I liked what he did. His character was interesting. But I don't. It just kind of felt maybe a little empty. I don't know. Maybe it's just the time. How much time has passed. Maybe these 42-year-old comedies haven't aged as well as some of like the 42-year-old dramas might have. I mean, that's just me. I don't, like I said, there's really not much to talk about really with this, because I just don't think there's much to it. So I think that's going to be it.